the correct answer choice must be the main point in the reasoning, the reason why the argument was made. Mind map is enough for solving these questions. The missing link is not needed per se. Ensure that your mind map has a conclusion. This is going to be crucial. Let's take an elaborate example. Look at this. The question stem is, the author's main point is that. Here is the argument. Please pause the video and read it carefully. The mind map is, high GDP growth in Zatora. Party deserves credit. Party's socio-political moves have been criticized. Opinion polls show decline in popularity. The party is not likely to win again. Let's look at the answer choices. The party's efforts need to be applauded. This is one of the points mentioned in the argument, but this is not the author's main point. This does not qualify as a fine conclusion. Look at this one. The party has failed on socio-political fronts. Bad choice for two reasons. One, it cannot be established that the party has failed. It can only be established that party socio-political decisions have not been popular among a section of the public. Being criticized and being a failure are two different things. So that's the first reason why this is not a good choice. Second, this is not the author's main point. This is not what the author is trying to establish. Ask yourself, why was this argument written? Was this argument written to suggest that the party has failed on socio-political fronts? No, this is not a fine conclusion. Look at the next one. The party's actions on socio-political issues have led to severe public outcry. Interesting. While this is true, this is not the author's main point. This is not the conclusion of the argument. Not a good choice. Look at this one. The popularity of the party has declined in recent times. Very interesting. This is something which is true, as per the author. This is something which can be inferred from the argument. But this is not the conclusion. This is not author's main point. The opinion polls reflect a decline in popularity of the party. Same reasons. This is something which is true, but this is not the main point. This is not a good choice for a conclusion statement. The party will lose the upcoming elections. To say that the party will lose the elections will be quite hasty. This cannot be established or inferred on the first place, and therefore this cannot be the main point or the conclusion of the paragraph. Not a good choice. The party will take serious corrective socio-political measures before the elections. That the party will take such measures cannot be established or inferred. Remember, something which cannot be even inferred can never be the conclusion. Conclusion is a subset of inference. From a reasoning, many things can be inferred. The main point that is inferred is the conclusion of the argument. This cannot be inferred or established, and therefore this can never be the correct conclusion statement. Bad choice. The party is likely to take serious corrective political measures. Is likely is a moderate tone. The author is likely to agree with this statement, but this is not what the author is trying to establish. This is not what the author's main point is. This is not a good answer choice. The party is likely to lose in the upcoming elections. This is a very good choice, because eventually, by telling all of this, that although the GDP has been good, the party has been criticized for its socio-political moves, and the example of recent opinion polls, all of this has been done to eventually lead to the conclusion that the party is not likely to win. So this part of the argument, however, the party is unlikely to win, is the main point. Remember, sometimes students commit this mistake that they think that the conclusion is always going to be the last sentence in the paragraph, or sometimes this vocabulary, as a result, can be misleading, suggesting that this is the conclusion. These are all traps. Don't get caught in these traps. Apply your reasoning and ask yourself that what is the main point of the argument. The main point is not the decline in popularity. The main point is not that the party will definitely lose the election. That would be hasty. The main point is that the party is not likely to win, and therefore this statement is the correct conclusion, the author's main point. This was the concept, friends. GMAT shots are deliberately kept brief. For an elaborate explanation, please watch the Stage 1 conceptual videos in our program. Thanks for watching.